Got the fingers in the mouth. Got the
The,
fingers
the
in the mouth.
fingers in the mouth pull. Like Pat Buck back there's like, you going too far, Charlotte. You're going too far.
I like that this is Charlotte says, I'm going to show you my second submission. It's not just the figure 8. It's the camel clutch. The camel clutch.
And she had the pointy nail manicure, so like she's ripping the innards of her mouth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ronda didn't know she was gonna get work. You know, Jessica, the referee, kind of looked like Ronda Rousey's sister.
This actually isn't even the thumbnail.
Oh, what?
It's this one because it looks worse.
That looks like a jailhouse rape right there.
It do.
No, too late. You're mine. You're mine.
You mind, bitch.
Stay back, Nasty Nate.
Squirrel Masters, rescue me, Squirrel Masters.
By the way, how useless was security this week in all shows? They were plowed through by everybody.
You know what? To the credit, the best security this week was probably the security that helped Paul Heyman escape, because although they did not stop Brock Lesnar, they were speed bumps that slowed him down. They slowed him down.
You know what?
So basically, what you've done is what you've described as a tower defense game where you build turrets to slow down the.
Betty, there's no stopping Brock Lesnar. There's no stopping Brock Lesnar. You only can slow him down.
But you know what? Shout out to WWE for continuity. The reason Charlotte and Ronda were able to brawl in the back for so long and have lackluster security is because Brock Lesnar killed everybody.
Killed everybody.
He threw that dude through those tables. And I was like, oh, no, those guys. Not those guys.
He looked like he hurt them. And we'll be back right after this.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome everyone to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast. I am Eric.
I am Wedge.
And I am the notorious PLG. Since we're changing people to bad names this week, I have embraced my
notorious.
So, hey, Marcus, would you like to trade the Paul again for Butch? Just want to know. I'll give you Butch.
Well, I can't be Butch without the beard. If I had the beard, I would be Butch. I feel like you got to have facial hair to be Butch.
Now we're gonna talk
2 weeks and I'll be Butch.
We're gonna talk about Butch, but before we talk about Butch, we need to talk about, I would say, the biggest thing that happened this week, and it happened actually last night on SmackDown Live at the very beginning of the show. Unfortunately, I didn't see it live because I was looking on the phone talking to Marcus, but it was a suplex by Ridge Holland on Big E. The suplex did not go according to plan. Big E landed on his neck, and in the process, he broke his neck. Marcus said, oh shit, right then and there. Marcus knew right then and there something was bad, and the camera never went back to it. Before I have the gentleman speak on it, we do have word from Big E. He did go to social media, and he had this to say.
So I got some really good news. All things considered, the C1 and C6 are indeed fractured. Not displacement, though, which is a very good thing. And I don't have any damage to my spinal cord, no ligament damage, and no surgery, which I'm very thankful for. And a pro tip, if you're going to break your neck, do it in Birmingham. They've been great. Everyone here at UAB has been great. But for real, it's meant a ton to me that so many of you have been so kind and reached out, stopped in to see me, texted me. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but I am very grateful. And I'm going to be all right. It's a blessing.
You know, that clip right there, when I listened to it, it actually gave me a little bit of post-traumatic stress because I don't know if you guys heard the parking sounds in there. Those are those machines that keep checking you. Those are fucking annoying because they beep the whole time you're in the hospital. But I'm glad that he didn't have any severe damage to his neck and it's just some fractures. We still don't know what the timeline will be for his return, but this could be a blessing in disguise because it really wasn't going too well since Big E had dropped the title. And reports were that he was going to be in the 6-man tag with Butch and his crew and everybody. Marcus, I'll go to you first. Big E, where does he go from here? And,
well, where he goes from here, hopefully he goes for, get the speedy recovery, and it's not much of a hassle, and it's, it doesn't sound like it's career threatening, but more importantly, it doesn't sound like he's getting any paralysis out of this. I just hope he gets the treatment he needs, takes his time, and bounce back. He can come back stronger than ever. Hopefully back in the title picture.
I mean, his first match was actually really hilarious because he said, I can wiggle all my fingers, which was saying that everything was okay at that point because he didn't have the diagnosis. Manny, you've been one of the bigger Big E supporters out there. My sympathies go out to you because this is one of your favorite superstars, and it was a very chilling injury. How did you take that in when you saw it?
It was sad because obviously I woke up to seeing this and I was like, oh, what happened here? And at least even when he was joking that he could move his fingers, that was always a good sign. Because you're always wary of like those neck injuries where you actually lose feeling in your limbs and stuff like that. So like it's a good sign that he can. It's not a fracture, so like he'll be back within maybe 2 to 4 months. Because like the same thing kind of happened to Ricky Starks maybe last year, I think. And he was back in the ring
when
with
he was out for that. He still ain't really wrestled regularly, but he was
in the ring for like 2 months later or something a lot quicker than that. But
yeah, because
he'll miss.
He'll
miss WrestleMania. He'll miss WrestleMania, which is a big bummer for him. But given that he's kind of only doing tag things, maybe it is just a blessing in disguise, and maybe when he comes back, it's like, oh, let's go back into singles. It probably won't be. But like Woods will be back then, and then maybe Kofi and him will be doing the tag thing again, and then E is free to do singles. So
or maybe we can get what we've all been waiting for: Big Money, Kofi Kingston, where he can turn on them more because they always wanted to turn on each other. So maybe that can happen. But another thing that I would like to talk about is like Ridge Holland. I reports were that he was one of the few people that went and visited Big E in the hospital, and I can understand for being a young WWE superstars, this is a lot. You just took out a former champion. I'm curious, do you think there's going to be any punishment or ill feelings towards Ridge going forward, Manny?
No, I think these things happen. It's not like he did it intentionally. Accidents happen in the ring, like when when Owen broke Stone Cold's neck, that was an accident. Like he didn't intentionally do that on purpose. Like if there was intent, sure, there would be heat and stuff like that. But like this was obviously an accident that happened. It's much like when Ricochet broke Ridge's nose. Or all that other stuff. It's very much an accident.
So clearly Ridge is just paying it forward. So when Big E comes back, he's going to break something.
But here's the question. You know how Big E, or how Ricochet broke Ridge's nose and Ridge broke Big E's neck. Does Ridge go full Owen Hart and says, I'm Ridge Holland, I broke Big E's neck to get heat? And would you be okay with that? Do you think the wrestling community would be okay with that? Of them using a real injury in a story to get heat?
I mean, Owen did it.
Yeah. But this is the modern day,
I don't think you get away with it in this age. But like, if you wanted to do get heat, I think that's the quickest way because of how popular Big E is as well.
Quite frankly, I think it's the right decision to go with. I think you have to. I mean, he's not going to have any paralysis afterwards. He's going to heal up correctly. I think that you have to turn this negative into a positive. And I think that positive could be maybe getting a little bit more reaction towards Ridge Holland. I mean, the thing about it is like, he's still new to the roster. I mean, for me personally, I know we might as well dive into it because Big E's injury did take away, for which probably would have been the lead story, is that Butch made his debut on SmackDown television. Butch, if you are not aware, he was known as Pete Dunne in NXT. And,
my boy!
And I would point out that the internet is outraged over the name.
I'm outraged.
Well, I understand where you guys are coming from. I'm not outraged, but I'll let you guys speak your piece. Now, I've heard Marcus speak his piece, so Marcus, we'll go to you second. Manny,
No, time
Manny,
passes.
Eric,
let
this
me
is how
know.
I will demonstrate how I feel.
Let me through. Let me through. Let me through. That's my son. This is my boy. My boy.
Easy. Easy. This is not where you want to be right now.
No.
So that's how you feel, Manny, when the Batman dies.
Now, who are you in this scenario? Are you the father or are you Harry Potter? Who was
I
on
think
top
I'm both.
of it? He's like, no, stay out of here. It's not good for your son.
I
It's not
think I'm
good for
both.
you.
I think I'm both. Like I'm feeling that, and then I'm feeling like I need to be dragged away from the dead. Speed done.
So, Manny, I'm glad you did yours artistically. By all rights, we do not own any of the Potter universe. We're not trying to make any money off of it, blah 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 blah. But I'm glad you posted that, and that's the second best clip you posted this week from the internet, other than Osatin's chicken clip, which is the greatest clip of all time.
At the end of the show, we're going to show you this.
Okay.
So I was on the phone with Eric. I called him right away. It was like, they can't do this to Pete. Not Pete. Not Pete, man. They can't do this. And I was screaming and I had the outrage. But you know what? Like, life, time passes. And you think about it and you go, they were going to do this anyway. And he's still technically Pete Dunne. I like the group. I like the team. I wanted these guys to team up anyway. I wanted them to ask Cesaro at the time, but you know,
it's not. Gone. You can still add Cesaro to it, man. He can still be in there.
He's still a free agent. That's my boy too. You know, I just think that it's a cool group, and I think the outrage on the internet is more. It's more of a name change. It's in the line of the Gunther change. It's the WWE. If you're not used to them changing motherfuckers' names already, then you need to be prepared that everybody is on notice for their name change.
Now, you know, I became extremely profound in the late night when I was discussing this name change, and I came up with a fairly good quote that I was happy with. I said, a name is just something they call you. It's your job to make your name something to remember. And I actually...
you get deep.
I actually like Butch because, like, this reminds me of Goodfellas. It reminds me of Goodfellas and Joe Pesci's character. He was the littlest dude on the group, but he was the one dude in the group you didn't want to fuck with. And I kind of feel like that was the direction that they were going with Butch, because, like, when you hear the name Butch, you expect some big brownie dude to come out. You see this little motherfucker come out, and it's like, what he gonna do? Next thing you know, he got like 35 knives, and he just cut you up in all these different places. And that's exactly what took place with the beatdown of Kofi Kingston. Because literally, the most hilarious thing about it was that you had big-ass Sheamus and big-ass Ridge Holland, like, trying to hold back the little Tasmanian devil, Butch, who was whooping the shit out of Kofi Kingston. And I just can't wait to see Butch become more and more crazy and more aggressive. This might actually be a call-up that works, in my opinion. It might work. It just might.
I'm also in the vein of, after watching this and Dynamite of these teams, I want a merger and some additions, and we can have the perfect team. You have Moxley, Regal, and Danielson with the Fight Night team of SmackDown, Sheamus, Ridge, and Dunn, because Dunn fits in that real Regal mode. And then you add on Charlie Dempsey from NXT UK, and then that creates the new version of the NWO that takes over wrestling.
And then you can hire Cesaro there too.
That's way too much.
Marcus, you can't do this because what we've got on SmackDown is essentially Peaky Blinders or Boardwalk Empire.
And I'm okay with it. You saw the man. You saw his tight plaid pants with his suspenders and his little hat. Like, is he gonna clean is he gonna clean your chimney, or he gonna kick your ass? I don't know which one it was.
He's gonna be doing something dastardly for Nucky.
And you know, if he doesn't have brass knuckles next week, I will be extremely disappointed.
He's not gonna have brass
knuckles.
Butch strikes me. He have brass knuckles?
You know, it ain't been a good Butch since Butch Reed, man. Butch Reed from Doom.
I don't know why he has to dress like he's from the 1930s though.
Because you got to.
And how dare you disrespect the Bushwhackers? Luke and Butch. The
No,
greatest Butch in the history of wrestling. The greatest Butch.
No,
he is
was
the greatest
not.
Butch.
No, he wasn't.
Greatest Butch in the history of wrestling.
Butch Reed, man. I'm going with Butch Reed. You know. You got Bruce Smith, who played for the Buffalo Bills, one of the greatest defensive ends to ever.
Not named Butch.
Oh, that's Bruce. You right. I messed up. You messed up. I still got Butch Reed, though. That's all I got. You know, Butch is a name that kind of died out, so I'm glad to see it coming back.
Well,
you know?
we should have known that Pete Dunne's name was done when Mello killed the name, because Mello don't miss. And he called him Skeet Dunn. He called him Skeet Dunn on TV. I should have. Pete went, shit, I made the name change.
You know, but
called me Skeet Dunn. He got me.
So, Marcus, since you brought up Mello, I'm going to jump down on my list because Mello has lost his goddamn mind being in that barbershop.
You really jumped. I thought we were finishing SmackDown up because we just did 3 segments on SmackDown.
But you brought up Mello, Marcus, and so I can just talk because this is very quickly because you told me something about Mello, that Manny wants to get rid of the white guy from the barbershop for some reason. I don't know what the white guy has.
Too much. Background characters need to stay less.
But you never know, man. He gonna step in the ring one day.
But why could nobody convince Mello that what he was doing for what he perceived as the A championship was suicide for career? Like, he decided, as Trick was saying, what, you gonna fight 2 people? You gonna fight 3? Then Mello, no, I'm gonna fight 6 in a letter. Why you want to do that, Mello? And I was just like,
was it 6 or 4?
It was 4.
I thought it was 5.
It's 4.
No, 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah,
it's still too many. It is still too many, and he should have stopped that too. Is this when Mello finally loses his title in Dallas?
No, Mello don't miss. You don't understand. Mello don't miss. So he's going to fight these guys and win. He is doing something that no one is really doing in the heel persona, and that he is a coward. He's going out there. Yes, he might be a bad person who may cheat every now and then because of Trick Williams. But for the most part, he's playing everything straight as if he was a babyface and taking on all comers. And you know what? That's a unique angle for his character. I'm glad he's not a coward.
He's actually playing a role similar to Shawn Michaels, where he's tweening, where he's technically a bad guy, but he's a good guy. Manny, I'm assuming
Shawn Michaels was never. Shawn Michaels was a horrible person.
Manny, you have nothing to say about that, correct? You just
about what?
About Mello.
I mean, it's going to be a great match, and Mello isn't losing his mind. Mello knows his capabilities, and Mello's shooting for the stars.
Mello's looking at that roster. He's looking at that roster and was like, look at this. It's 2.0. I don't need to worry about this.
So, Manny,
they find all the good ones.
I'm sorry. We can go back to SmackDown so we can conclude this because there's really nothing else happening.
Throw that in there?
Well, because you brought up Mello, and so if you want me to go back to the list that I sent for the format, I can.
No, because that list is just as wild as this. There's no way to follow this.
If I were to bring up Joe Biden when we start talking about random politics,
we would start talking
to the White House.
We'll start talking about the war. I mean, the thing is, I'm
not
trying
to talk about this.
Okay, so we'll go back to SmackDown, and I'll stay focused on SmackDown. Then I'll move to AEW and stuff like that. I'll keep it handy for you. So Charlotte and Ronda Rousey had a confrontation with each other, which end up leading to the end of the show brawl because that's what happens. I don't care about Charlotte and Ronda. I don't want anything to do with this one. It might be an okay match, but I need.
Ronda showed some personality this week.
No,
I did sound like a robot. I am here. I have been programmed to destroy.
I need Ronda to say less. I just really do. It's hard for me. Marcus, did you like the segment between me? I know they had no security to stop the beatdown at the end of SmackDown because of what happened with Brock, but
Brock killed them all.
He killed them all.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't, earth shaking or anything. Charlotte is just so head above Ronda on the mic and character work that it just like, what's she going against? And that's pretty much what I got for that segment. But I enjoyed the brawl. I don't hate this story, and I might be the only person on this planet that want to see this match.
No, I have nothing against the match, Marcus. I think the match is gonna be fine. I just need Ronda to stop talking. They keep booking her in main segments of the show to have these speaking pieces, and guess what? Her speaking is not where it needs to be. She's better at just looking intimidating. That's just how I feel about it.
Here's my question: Ronda on the mic or Keith Lee promo? They both got 20
Come on,
minutes.
that's not
Ronda.
even
Which one you
fair.
watching? Which one you watching?
I'm taking Ronda.
I'm taking Ronda also, man.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I mean, because I was about to make that same point, Marcus. I was gonna say Ronda's only worse than one other person, and that was Keith Lee. But Manny, going into it, I mean, Charlotte put her nails into Ronda's mouth. Is Ronda gonna get some type of payback towards Charlotte next week? Because
I don't know. Charlotte has always got the better of her in the backstage segments when they were all handcuffed and Charlotte hit with that knee going into WrestleMania 35. I think Charlotte's always got the better of her. I don't think there's anything Ronda can do next week to get Charlotte back.
But Ronda said that she's been training with one of her role models, Kurt Angle, and he
that means I need Ronda Rousey drug tested.
Wow.
I've been working with Perk.
Well, Perk would have got that foot off, and then all hell would have been unleashed last week. But I'm just saying. I mean, like the wrestling match should be fine. I just for me, it's just that there's just so much that I just don't care about.
By the way, in the vein of Charlotte, and Barefoot Charlotte, the legacy of Barefoot Charlotte, as Charlotte said in the ring, you attacked me when I had my $500 shoes on.
Yeah, she was like,
if I didn't have whatever, I don't know. It was a ridiculous amount of money.
Her outfit was about $2,500, and she said I was not going to mess this outfit up, beating you up. That's why she went and bought that bodysuit that looked like a trash bag that probably cost more than my car.
Everything that we have in our possession.
Yeah,
I bet you that might be some real designer shit.
Because it does look like that suit that like Kim Kardashian be wearing, that Balenciaga. I can't even say the designer names. I don't know.
Balenciaga. It's
there
right.
we go. That's it.
Right. It's all right. We're not in that category. We can't afford that vocabulary. You gotta buy those words.
I don't want to work. although I'm losing weight, I'll be hot. I'll be fat. That's like a bodysuit.
So, do you ever see yourself wearing some designer ass clothes? Let's say if you got ridiculous money, and you would have, and someone's like, "Hey, Eric, come check out these outfits." You would wear all the designer shit.
Let me tell you, Marcus. Ever since I have dropped down in size, and now there's new opportunities of me to wear different things, I have bought more clothes that for me to try on, and I realized I could become addicted to buying clothes that can fit.
He ain't gonna wear them out. Just gonna be like, look at this shit I got here.
Yeah, I mean, because I put the shiny dress shoes on today at work, man. I was clean. My feet hurt, though.
Yeah, it's never about comfort. When it comes to fashion, it's never about comfort. It's about the look.
Well, no, because I had bought me some boots, but then the boots were too big, and so I had to send them back. And so my boots come back.
What do you need boots for?
Oh, because they're Thursday boot cup. There's some like dress boots, casual. They like everyday boots. You can wear them out as dress clothes, or you can go out on the town. I'm very excited about these boots.
Go out on the town.
People,
how are you going out on the town?
No, Shantae said the boots were really nice. I might even have to get me a black pair, but they cost $200. So that's the problem.
I see somebody in boots, I expect them to kick doors open, and I don't know why.
Marcus, you could also kick door open in these boots too, man. You could you could do a lot. Mark, these are some good ass kicking boots too.
Boom.
Yeah, don't kick your display down. Well, speaking of, so I have
you didn't think that one through.
Yeah, I know. No, I didn't think I actually hit the table. I thought
clearly,
and then I forgot the board.
You followed through with it. You could have just made the sound, but you followed through it, so you made contact with something.
So, Betty, what I just learned about my brother is that I should never, under any circumstances, buy any type of boots for him because he's gonna go around kicking down doors and kicking people. That's just what he's gonna do.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta walk through the door. You gotta walk through the door and kick people. I tell you, if it was my world, I'd wear boots and I eat chicken out of trash cans on the side of the road to revitalize my health. That's what I would do.
I would play saxophone and have young children throw chicken at me.
Speaking of kicking doors down to kick ass, Brock Lesnar started off Friday Night SmackDown. he was looking for Roman Reigns. My question for you, Manny and Marcus, is that if you were a fan, are you disappointed that Roman didn't show up, or are you satisfied because Brock showed up? At least you got one of them. I mean,
no, I was in this scenario. Fuck that. Fuck that. No, I paid to do one thing and one thing only when SmackDown came to Los Angeles. And I know the people in Alabama had the same feeling. We wanted to sit with our tribal chief and acknowledge him right on TV. And they were not able to do that. I feel ripped off. If I was anybody in that Alabama crowd, this entire show, I feel ripped off because 90% of the show was video packages and shit that happened in the back. Charlotte attacked in the back. Brock chasing Paul Heyman all in the back. We had like 8,000 video packages. The only thing I get to see is Big E, a beloved wrestler, gets hurt in front of me. That's what I got to see. And then McAfee walked to the back with Austin Theory.
You know what? Speaking of that, Michael Cole's a bitch. Fuck Michael Cole.
I mean, but we knew that already. We knew that.
He full on turned on Pat this week. He full on turned. Yeah, when he's on commentary, he was like, oh, I don't know if how Pat's job's going to be on commentary. He completely lost his head. Oh, no, shut up, Cole.
He started
snitching. He was defending Pat. It ain't working, man.
He started snitching and shit. I mean, he was cold snitching like, yeah, Pat, I don't know what's going to happen to Pat right now. The man got a match at WrestleMania. He got to build it up.
Mike had to do it by himself, though. I mean, Michael Cole had to do it by himself, and that's what nobody wants to do commentary by themselves at this current state. Well, he ain't qualified for that. And Pat, he ain't worth it. Probably my favorite segment of SmackDown this week because it was very confrontational. In which Austin Theory sat next to Pat McAfee, acting like he wasn't gonna do something.
See, that might have been your favorite segment of SmackDown. My favorite segment is that we finally got some payoff. First of all, Rick Boogs is a goddamn liar. Talking about he stayed on that surfboard. He did not stay on that surfboard.
You talking about the Tundra commercials?
Yeah,
but the Tundra commercial.
But the Tundra commercial led into them challenging the Usos for the tag team titles, which is a match I'm excited for. And based on what happened on Monday Night Raw, Marcus, can I be Magic Johnson and say that the tag division may be back, at least for a brief period of time, in WWE? You guys are both shaking your head in denial.
So, Marcus, can I take this one first?
Yeah, go ahead. Alley-oop.
When he sent over the list of what's going down on the show this week, today, I saw this question. I was like, he's a goddamn fool. He knows what tag team wrestling is in WWE. He knows what Vince's role is. Why have I got to pay 4 people? We're going to pay 2 people. So why is this even on your notes? You are a goddamn fool, sir.
Because first of all, I like to channel the spirit of Magic Johnson, which was always one of my favorite moments when he was on ESPN, when he would always proclaim that the dunk contest was back and everybody know that he was a goddamn fool. So literally, I did that knowing that I was a fool. But the match on Monday Night Raw was such a good tag team match, and they made it seem so important with the stakes of winning those tag team titles really solidified your spot at WrestleMania. And it was 4 men that were left disappointed where they did not win the titles. And RK Bro, shout out to RK Bro, reclaimed those titles and they cashed their ticket to WrestleMania. And I was like, man, that was such a good tag match. And then on top of that, the Usos actually get a match on this year's WrestleMania. This year they get a match.
They're going to pre-show. But how dare you? How dare you talk about the tag team division is back, and then you continue to talk about the other brands tag team because the Uso has no tag teams to fight.
Nakamura and Boogs.
That ain't no real challenge. I was upset.
Damn, you used to be a Nakamura fan.
No, but this is tag team Nakamura. This is I'm collecting a paycheck Nakamura with Boogs. This is I'm selling you a Tundra Nakamura and going surfing every single day. This was a disappointment because I wanted to see the Usos and RK Bro, and then we just merge the titles. If you're merging the Raw Heavyweight title and Roman's going to win it, the Usos need to become the Raw Tag Team Champions too. So that gives them reason to show up on both shows other than just showing up.
They can do that at back.
That's what we should have did instead of wherever we're at right now.
But maybe Roman is not losing, or maybe he's not winning. Maybe he's not.
How much do you believe that, what you said?
Because I believe a lot because Brock says that he is no
which
longer.
Which statement are you asking? Because how much does he believe tag teams are back as well?
Oh,
Well, I can tell you that my belief of tag teams being back in WWE is very low because I know next week they're gonna act like none of these matches ever happened. But this week it felt really good. As for Brock winning and unifying the titles, I can see it happening because when Brock gave his interview this week, he says that he is done with MMA. He is a WWE superstar and he's having as much fun as he's had in a long time. And everyone seems to be happy who's getting paid in WWE right now.
Hold on. As you say that right now, and my source is close to me saying everybody's miserable in WWE, but I can just say that. It doesn't matter if it's true or not.
Miserable. Morale is down.
Morale is down. Sorry. Morale is down. But I don't know what job morale isn't down. If you honestly go to any job, you go like, how's morale? The top people are doing good. You go to the bottom, the bottom people not so much. The morale is down. Oh. Also, this is why Brock Lesnar is not going to be your unified, undisputed, undefeated, whatever heavyweight champion of the world. And he just signed on to be one of the Bearded Bushers. He's now a new member of the Bearded Bushers. He's an official member of them now.
Hey, I'll let you know right now, they make a lot of money for doing what they do. I almost ordered me some meat from them. On top of that, I can't eat none of it.
Are you going to get some of that Brock Lesnar season?
Hey, I have to see what's in there because I actually considered buying some of their seasoning, but a lot of it has salt in it that I can't have. I'll let you know. Brock being on there is much watch butchering, man. I ain't never watched butchering as much as my life as I see Brock cut up some meat.
Yeah, but you like weird stuff like that.
I like cooking, man.
You watch fishing and bull riding.
Yes, I'm a redneck that didn't know he was a redneck. I know who I am. I should be in Texas. That's what I should be at.
Why do you have a Guy Fieri poster?
First of all, Marcus, don't sit here and lie that I have a Flavor Town poster. I do not have. I have not been taken to Flavor Town.
I heard that
the shirt too.
I heard you're gonna redecorate your room and call it Flavor Town. That's what I heard.
It's the name of his kitchen.
If I knew that because it annoys you, I would do it, Marcus. I would do it. If you walk in, make this like a guy fun house when you walk into the door.
Marcus, come stay over our house tonight. We're gonna do something. Yeah, all right. You can stay in the Fieri room.
That doesn't sound really. That sounds really weird. That you're gonna make a guy fun house for Marcus.
Hey, remember he did have them goons that went into his ear. So I mean,
what the hell? But I think that the Guy Fieri room would be a nightmare. I don't know anybody that can sleep comfortable in a Guy Fieri room, even Guy Fieri. Try this guacamole. It says that every hour on the hour.
Flavor Town.
It's just playing in the background. Hell no.
So
I feel like if I was a Food Network employee, because at these big offices for TV networks, they're always playing a network on there. I'd be really sick of seeing Guy Fieri. Just say.
There were two major title changes this week in WWE. RK Bro reclaimed the tag team championship, and Dolph Ziggler upset Braun Breaker, who may or may not be called up to the main roster right now, and became the new NXT champion. Manny, how did you feel about RK Bro and Dolph Ziggler taking championship gold?
I mean, I'm more impressed with them giving Dolph Ziggler something else to do with the NXT title than RK Bro, because that one could have been hit and miss. Because I kind of wanted Kevin and Seth to go take on the Usos.
So you like
I like their despair.
Because I like Kevin Owens moping at the stairs, like just thinking what I'm gonna do. Where he came up with an idea, I'm gonna challenge Steve Austin, and then Seth is just walking like lost. And like next week,
now it opens a door. But you, at this moment in time, if this Cody thing doesn't actually happen, what is actually Seth gonna do at WrestleMania other than the Andre Battle Royal?
Well, if Kevin's gonna take on one Texan, I think he has to take on the other Texan, and there's only one other Texan I think he can call out, and that is the Undertaker.
Seth has never fought the Undertaker. I mean, if you can't,
Undertaker's retired.
But let me ask a question: would you rather have Cody or would you rather have the Undertaker?
I think the crowd and the masses would take the Undertaker, but who knows what's going on with Seth and Cody and all that shit? It's a lot.
I mean,
Behind the scenes.
since you brought up the Undertaker, it's better late than never. They announced that Vader is going to be announced into the 2022 Hall of Fame, which I think is rightfully so.
It's time.
This is long overdue. I think we even had a discussion last year or maybe the year before talking about the audacity of him not being in the Hall of Fame.
Well, in the legacy of this show, it starts with me going, Vader ain't no Hall of Famer, to me molding as watching more and more Vader footage because I didn't really watch it as a kid. And then seeing more, I was like, damn, Vader was good. To me having a new respect for Vader, saying Vader should be in. So that's where we landed. And I'm happy for him.
Like he really is the mastodon. He really is the mastodon.
He really is cool. He really is cool.
He would be my he would be my moveset if I had a wrestling moveset.
Nah, if I had a wrestling moveset, it'd be Bam Bam Bigelow.
So
mine would be a cross between Orange Cassidy of just being lazy stuff, more because I'm lacking of athleticism, and Dewdrop, where I'm just jumping, just throwing my weight on you.
So you have lack of athleticism, and then you throw your weight on people, Mark. They don't seem like they mix.
I just fall on people. I just fall.
So since they're being kind of vague about what's going on with Kevin Owens and Steve Austin, is it a match or is it a KO? So what do you think is gonna happen?
It's
a KO show. It saves KO. He doesn't have to take a pin. Austin doesn't have to do a real match. It saves him all the time. But it's going to be a confrontation.
Austin's just going to stunner him, and that's all it's going to be.
Pretty much. Maybe they go back and forth, cut promos, sing a song.
There's no way Austin wants to do a match.
All people want to do is chant what anyway.
That's true.
That's all it's going to happen. And I'm interested to see what happens on Raw since it is 316 day, technically on Raw this week.
Oh, that's interesting. So I think it's time for me to hit the pause button on WWE Talk right now. We'll come back when we visit the world of NXT. I think it's time.
Can I jump in since you brought up Braun Breaker? I want to talk about his daddy.
Okay.
There's rumor that the Steiners are going in this year. But it has
both of them?
It's only if Scott agrees.
Oh, come on, Scott.
No,
please.
but wait. I thought it was the other way around where Triple H had beef with Scott, not Scott the other. I mean,
no, I don't know how it. Scott got beef with them.
Let me tell you, Marcus. You know how I asked you, would you regret if that you didn't go to WrestleMania this year because Steve Austin wasn't there? Marcus, I regret if they induct the Steiner brothers into the Hall of Fame, that I'm not there live with Scott Steiner having a live microphone to accepting his induction into the Hall of Fame.
You know, because the Steiner math.
I have a feeling that it's not going to be what they want him to say.
No, he would say what he was and then do Steiner math maybe at the end at least. And call Samoa Joe fat. It's just the end. One more thing, Samoa Joe's fat.
But I also believe the Steiner brothers belong in the Hall of Fame. I would agree with that. I mean, they were what I remember growing up. So
they were the original Creeds, and then Scott became something more.
Damn Creeds. Damn Creeds was full of hell, but we'll get to that later. So Rampage had the Keith Lee continue to climb that AEW debut letter. The requirements when you're a new face in the company, you got to start off with the factory, QT Marshall, and then after that, you move on to Team Taz. Quite frankly, I'm already sick of Keith Lee, and he has not been in the company long enough for me to be sick of him. Manny, this is a slow start, kind of like his speech. Is there anything they could do that could fix KeithLee?
Man, you go for those cheap jabs too.
I do.
It's not even that. It's like those puny little knives that someone comes up with.
I mean, I think the great thing about it, you guys don't even see it coming. You don't see it coming when it comes.
I didn't even expect that one.
Did you write that down? I feel like you had that written down.
No, that one just popped into my head right there. That one was a pop-up.
Cheap jab. I don't think there is anything you can do to fix Keith Lee because they give people free reign over there. So he's going to continue talking slow. He's going to continue getting bigger. He's going to continue hurting people because he is the Nia Jax of the men's division. I don't care. I don't care if anyone says, no, he isn't. He is.
And I think this is the problem that I have with This is the problem that I have with AEW because how we even got into this match on Rampage was one of the more bizarre moments is that Keith Lee is backstage being interviewed and QT Marshall's QT Marshall approaches Keith Lee like a man. He says, hey, we both have problem with Team Taz. Maybe we should team up. And then he starts talking about, I got a big back. I'm like, no one cares about your back. He was like, I got beef with somebody you got beef with. You know what? I realized Keith Lee has never passed up on any beef. So I'm sorry. Marcus, go ahead.
Oh, what the hell?
And what did you feel about the Keith Lee rise in situation?
Well, one, he does have a big back, as he liked to
and
proclaim.
A big belly.
Just a big man. Just a big man. Like if he was walking down the street, I have to yell, "Hey, big man!" and not call him by his name.
Wow. Yo, big man. What you saying?
Big man.
What you saying?
What you
No,
saying?
you know what, Betty? Do you get big man? Do they say hey big man to you when you walk around?
Not really. Occasionally, sometimes I don't get it. It's not a regular occurrence.
Is hey big man really just attributed to black guys? Because
no.
Everybody, it's an everybody thing.
Because even when I'm on a trip, man, hey big man, you doing good? I'm like, what the fuck, man? I don't need to hear this.
But I do agree with you that
I don't know why you talking to me either.
Who are you talking
Give you self-confidence, man.
No,
the big man over here.
The physical therapist dude that has no reason to talk to me, but he keeps acknowledging me. It's driving me crazy.
That's all Roman ever wanted.
Eric, he doesn't want you to die on the fucking treadmill. He don't want you to die on the...
Manny, he's not responsible for me. He's trying to get into my club.
Levi said he's 250 and never been called a big man. How tall are you? How tall are you? And that changes the question. If you're below like 5'7", I think they ain't gonna call you big man.
And Levi, you should never want to hang out with a big man at a buffet. That is not where you want to encourage you. You want to have somebody go where you get a single plate. You want to, because you know what? Because I've been to big man and I've been at a buffet, and unfortunately, I have eaten so much at the buffet that in order for me to continue gambling, I had to throw up some of the food that I ate, and it's not good. Big man don't have self-control. Mark, you remember when we did our TNA business trip and we went and we tried to eat crab legs and we couldn't do it because we were failure to big man that day.
So I like going to buffets with big people for a simple fact. It makes me seem like I'm the healthy one.
I remember a time.
You'd be like, oh, I've actually added fruit to mine. What did you do, big man? Gravy on top of cheesecake. What's wrong with you? I've never seen that. I'm just saying that's somebody, that seems like someone who's a gratuitous eater would do.
I remember one time we wanted to watch Man United versus Real Madrid, but there was no pub that you could go into because it was all full. So we decided, let's go to a barbecue place where they had screens up so you could watch the game.
I miss them.
But in order to stay there, you had to keep eating. I've never eaten more ribs, and then on the way home, I couldn't even do anything. On the way home, I decided to walk home. I was in the center of London. I live about a 45-minute walk home. It was like 10 at night.
Jesus.
I was like, I'm gonna walk home.
You want those calories off.
Benny, were they beef or pork ribs? Were they beef or pork ribs?
I don't do beef. I don't like beef ribs.
No one does. I don't.
I imagine Manny. I don't know why I imagine you walking down the streets of London and covered in barbecue sauce in a bib, walking around like,
Marcus, I do stupid things on here. I do have some dignity.
Levi, I think if you do see Keith Lee at the Wynn Buffet, you should hang out with him, because don't make the mistake that Marcus did when he finally got to fulfill his destiny of seeing Samoa Joe at a buffet at the Orleans Hotel, and he did not go and sit down with Samoa Joe at that buffet.
Why would I go sit down and mess with that man while he was doing one of his pastimes? It was just something that I was called. I called it. I bet you we see Samoa Joe at the buffet in the Orleans while we're there, and they were like, this. So we go to TGI Fridays. There's Ciampa, Maria, and shit, and then we finally pass Joe at this buffet, and I was like, there he is. There he is at the buffet, eating in the corner with Christopher Daniels. Just say, I was right. Keith Lee will be at a buffet in Vegas, by the way.
So this week, in the
by the way, those tickets are expensive for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's why I decided not to go.
I expect cheap.
Because
they probably get cheaper as time goes on.
No, they're gonna charge the LA tax. That's the whole thing.
No,
about
this
it.
is a double or nothing is in Vegas.
Yeah, they're charging the West Coast tax on that too. We get a West Coast tax. We don't get the Southern state prices, which is bullshit.
They are. I believe both tickets are selling very well. Although when I checked them out on the scalper sites like StubHub, they have a lot of those tickets.
They said they said that the form sold out in 6 minutes. So I'm assuming that was the
It's all scalpers,
huh?
It's all the mostly a lot of it's scalpers.
Well, I mean, when people heard. Well, the people heard that when the Hardy Boys reunited in one of the most awkward ways ever on Dynamite, where at least I appreciate Jeff Hardy getting his moves in before he went and saved his brother. But clearly, I guess Jeff was in the know that the private party was gonna turn on Matt. I hated this segment for everything that it was, but I guess to have the Hardys reunited in another company is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Well,
there's not much. I mean, I want to articulate more this, but I did. If you tuned into that Untitled Manny and Marcus show, I went in deep about this. But I was happy with it's a good reunion. They should always probably be together in whatever companies they're in. It seems like it never really works out for any of them when they are separate from each other. I think they need each other to be in the same company, and I think they're happier that way. I hated it, but I also had fun with Jeff dancing to the ring, and Jeff looked happy. And I mean, know what? Jeff turns Matt around. Yeah,
let's put this.
Jeff makes Matt better. It's just
Jeff saves Matt all the time in more than one ways. But I think Matt was in an interview talking about the things about now they can fight some more new teams and stuff like that. One of those teams that they won't be fighting apparently in AEW is the Briscoes. Although Tony Khan has purchased
Tony Khan
Ring of Honor. Apparently, Peep and a Warner executive is not very keen on bringing the Briscoes into AEW based on some 2013 homophobic tweets that he made. Marcus, is this also a reason why you can't get the Briscoes in WWE? Do you think them boys is just not welcome in WWE?
Well, I just think their aesthetic isn't welcome in WWE. Imagine them coming in their scraggly gray beards and their missing teeth.
Mark, they had the Wyatt family.
Vince will immediately change their names to the Bushwhackers. The sons of the Bushwhackers. That's what he would immediately turn the Briscoes into. So I think that everybody in this world have homophobic tweets. I think everybody in this world has something they've done offensive. I think that, when people go back and dig up these old tweets on people from 2009, it was a different time back then. I'm sure these people do not probably either one they may not have the same beliefs. Unless you went to Jay Briscoe or Mark Briscoe and was like, yo, what's up with this? And they're like, so? And like, shit, maybe I should do it though. But I think that's an overreaction, and I don't believe it's true either.
You think Sean Sapp is lying?
No, I actually trust Sean Sapp and the real wrestling journalists.
Which one? Because I'm Asian Sean Ross Sapp.
Yes.
and you're Black Dave Meltzer.
So Manny, I will avoid the Briscoe question with you. I'm going to have you answer the question that Levi posed in the chat room. What's worse, the umpteenth reunion of the Hardys or the rematch of Brock and Roman?
Oh, the Hardys. The Hardys, no question. At least there's build to Brock and Roman.
Yeah, I mean, you may not like the story, but
questions for Ben, Marcus, but I see you're going to answer anyway.
I thought Manny answered. I'm sorry. I refuse to answer the question there.
Like, Levi's just an AEW diehard, so he's probably going to side with he doesn't like Brock and Roman. But
Shantae, who's sitting across me right now, said the umpteenth time of the Hardys being reunited is worse.
Yeah, I agree.
The difference between Brock and Roman this time is that they're completely different characters at this point. Like, and you haven't had that real match, and this one has the story of, at least there's a reason to happen that they're going to unify these titles, and that these are the two biggest and baddest characters in the WWE right now going head to head. And I feel like it's different.
And at this point in their careers, the Hardys are you basically know what you're getting. At this point, they could just coast and give you the hits, and that's it. That's all you need.
I mean, it's a retirement tour in so many ways. It's like it's a swan song. I mean, I think one of my favorite things that I saw on Twitter was Nyla Rose tweeted, well, like they put a picture, rest in peace to her swanton, because like she says she can't do it anymore because Jeff is in there. That was kind of funny.
Well, I think the funniest things about this: one, Jeff Hardy dancing to the ring. Two, Sting and Darby slowly watching Matt Hardy get beat up as they slowly walk to the ring. Nyla Jax not being able to do a swanton and 90% of the roster losing a swanton. Although I don't think moves matter because everybody has an RKO, not just Sammy Guevara or Cody or whoever else is in that company. I like
everyone has a super kick.
And I liked in all wrestling, apparently. Super kicks and DDTs and Canadian destroyers are for everybody. It's just up for grabs. I like that they were able to use the Hardy Boys theme song from the AWE. And and it's fine, but they are the modern day Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, when all
which means
said
you
is
should
done,
hate them.
When all said is done, the Hardys are going to end up in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's what's going to happen. Something that's also going on in AEW is that some people might be concerned that Tony Khan, I don't know why I keep calling him Kong.
I don't know.
Tony Khan,
too much Kong versus Godzilla.
May be spreading himself a little thin because he said, apparently in an interview, that he plans to book Ring of Honor. Of course, Booker T, who speaks on all things minorities, said he doesn't understand why he's going to do it. He says, I don't understand the idea of Tony Khan saying he's going to book the shows at Ring of Honor because you already got a company over here. Why would you want to do something like that? First of all, there again, it's just going to be us doing shows. Why do something like that when you got a company over here that does shows? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But maybe here in the future, we will all know exactly the hell is going on. So pretty much, Booker T is saying, you already got a toy. Why do you need more toys to play with to occupy your time? Marcus has both hands up. My mouth will go shut.
Gotta do it. Normally, I don't agree with Booker T. But I agree with Booker T, but I'm also about to do an argument that disagree with Booker T. We're that same energy at Vince McMahon, who's all over every show. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. He's on all of it. He only endorsed that fourth brand, NXT UK, where I got to watch a drugging happen this week. Where I get her name all the time. She poisoned Miko Sakamura. In her flowers, which is funny to me. I don't know why. But it's the same thing. It's the Vince strategy. I don't know. I run everything. I don't think if Tony Khan plans on actually really booking and doing coherent storylines for Ring of Honor, then God bless him, and he's probably gonna need the help of his trusty friend Coke and Kane. I'm just saying.
The best tag team in the world because tag team wrestling is back. Manny, what'd you say about Tony Khan? Is he spreading himself too thin?
He's not. He needs to focus on one thing. I think he leave the other thing as a developmental and keep his nose out of it.
I hurt my eye trying to do like.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to. I think he should just set direction and go. This is kind of what we want. Kind of like how Vince has 2.0 almost, where he's set the direction. He's not down there telling him what to do, but he sets the direction. Maybe he should just set the direction of Ring of Honor and let them do whatever they need to.
So what you're saying is that Tony should establish a line that people needs to follow. Like, yes, I'm in charge, but I promote you to go and run these operations, and this is a vision that I want to have with it. Because as of right now, no one has really outlined what the plan of Ring of Honor is going forward. Because if they weren't making money already where Tony could come in and buy it, I don't know why you would invest so much energy into a sub product, because Marcus, you bring up Vince, but with Vince, you can actually say that NXT, SmackDown, Raw, and even NXT, the neglected NXT UK, they're all under the WWE umbrella, and they all are the things that led to him and Nick Khan getting a raise because they made money this year. Levi says Ring of Honor is too similar to AEW. When it's going well, it's diminishing returns. I think that's true. I just don't understand the concept of him acquiring Ring of Honor. I mean, it's just one of those things where you have to stay tuned to it to figure out what happens.
And service in the tape library.
Yeah, I understand it. Like if you plan on putting it on a streaming service and having content or something, or maybe using Honor Club to put taking whatever they have with that and putting AEW content on that and changing the name of it. I understand all that, but I don't think they're gonna survive as their own, like, I guess, indie show. I don't know what I don't think I think Ring of Honor is dead, to be honest. Ring of Honor is dead. That's why he can take control over. Yeah, they're gonna do like shows here and there, like Super Card of Honor, but they're not gonna do like a full-time TV scheduled show anymore. So Ring of Honor is dead as we know it, not because just because he bought it. It's like, oh, this is gonna be developmental. It's just gonna be AEW Light.
I also feel like a lot of stuff that's going on in AEW is not the most coherent thing, so I don't want him to be distracted trying to book Ring of Honor, because like one of the things that took place this week was that William Regal got a microphone, and I respect everything that William Regal does, and he went and he outlined why he came to AEW, because he saw Danielson and he saw Mox, and now they need to be together. So I'm assuming that Mox and Danielson are now a tag team. And he went on and he rambled for a while, and I still listen when he spoke, but I'm like, at the end, are they going for the tag team titles now? What is the actually future plan of Mox and Danielson? Manny, I'll go to you because Marcus.
I think they're going to rule AEW. That's what they want to do. They want to take over and then invest in the new, is what their narrative was, wasn't it? Original narrative.
That's what it was.
Danielson wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Oh, go ahead, Marcus.
Oh no, go ahead. I'll chime in after.
I mean, although people talk about like the Hardy, reuniting and stuff being I think the worst thing for me that happened all AEW that just made me sick to my stomach is what started the show off.
Oh, we're done with Danielson though.
Unless you got something you want to speak on.
Yeah, I was. I thought you were still on it. Yeah, I thought.
Oh, go ahead. Speak on it, my brother.
That's why I was like, oh, I thought you were still on there. So they're forming this tag team. They're going to eventually, I guess, fight the Jurassic Express and probably win those tag team
titles. Do you expect
titles.
them to have the title markers by the time that Mox and Danielson qualify for the titles?
No, I think they're going to have it, and they're going to win it at Double or Nothing. I think that's where it happens, and they get it. Maybe they fight Christian in the meantime or some shit. I don't know. William Regal being added to this spot with them. Do you think that's a benefit, or would you have rather seen him with a younger talent or something? Because I like the group. I think it's gonna be. I think they're good. I think they should add another, maybe somebody young, make it almost like Evolution, Regal's version of Evolution. Like Pete Dunne would have been perfect in there.
I thought they should have poached Daniel Garcia. I don't think he should be in the stupid Jericho.
Manny, don't take away my shine, because that's the thing.
No, take away the shine. We can move into that. So
we can move. That's the transition. But like, if we talk about people that are young, he's someone that you should be bringing into that thing rather than keeping him with 2.0, because he's obviously the most talented in that group. 2.0 are really just a side show. Like, they're just Santino, essentially, in tag team form. They're a comedy act. They should be left to the side. Danny Garcia being connected with them, they're holding him back. He should be with Mox and Brian, because they could bring him up to their level.
Yeah, I was disappointed with Regal being attached to Mox and Danielson, but at the same time, I don't think that he's going to do much talking. I think that he established his role on this week's episode, and because I think both Mox and both Danielson can do their own talking. I think he's going to play more of a role of the now deceased Hatchet Man from NXT, where he's kind of there in the corner in the background, and he's the guy that's supposed to be molding everybody into the position that they are. He's the puppet master, but he's going to not say much. But like, for me, I agree. Like, when I watched the Jericho Appreciation Society, I was like, I don't need this anymore. I don't need Jericho sucking the life out of the young wrestlers to try to stay relevant. Like, I actually became a believer of Daniel Garcia when he fought Bryan Danielson in that main event. And I was like, I finally saw what people saw in him. But now being attached to the comedy, like, because look at the Inner Circle. Who benefited at all about the Inner Circle going forward?
People did benefit.
Not Pride and Powerful.
No, but Sammy Guevara did benefit from the Inner Circle dealing.
But you would have thought he would have grown.
Without that,
Marcus.
he's nothing, and you see it right
Marcus,
now.
You would have expected him in the last 3 years to grow a personality, but he hasn't.
Well, because they turned him face. In his defense, they turned him face, and and the direction that they have him going is just not the right direction for him. Like, I don't understand why he was teaming up with Fuego del Sol, even though they are friends in real life and stuff. It's just like poor direction to go with. Like, only person that actually benefited was like Sammy, but it didn't actually help him become a heel. Like, he should have been the one to turn on Jericho instead of that whole MJF thing. Even though, whatever you thought of it, MJF technically could have survived in any storyline like that. And it didn't have to actually be Jericho. Like, if Sammy were the one to turn, it'd been better.
This sounds harsh, but if he actually got injured, I was actually going to be really happy because then he'd be off TV for a few weeks. I don't want to see him on TV. Sammy, I don't want to see Sammy. I don't want to see him on TV. He's boring.
I think
he's got no personality.
So the problem with Sammy Guevara and AEW, in my opinion, is the fact that the way that they book him, you're required to be so connected to Sammy to understand who he is. Like, you need to follow him on social media. You need to pay attention to his little stupid flashcards, like when he's in the commercial break. Like, they don't put it out there. Like, in his match when he lost to Scorpio Sky, and Scorpio Sky became the new TNT champion and brought one belt to the fold. Thank you, Dan Lambert. The fact is that you have Tay Conti come down to the ring, and they have never mentioned at all on AEW television that they were actually a couple. So, like, at the same time, you're like, oh, why is she out here? And then next thing you know, that leads to that whole Paige Van Zelt signing her contract on Tay Conti's ass. And I'm like, this doesn't help anybody. It's like all over the place. And then you keep having like Sammy be a transitional champ, and then you change his mind. It's like, oh, he's not a transitional champ. And if they really put the title on Scorpio Sky, for him to lose the title next week to Wardlow because they want to protect Sammy Guevara, I am very, very disappointed. And everything I have said negative about AEW is even more important. Under no circumstances should Scorpio Sky lose next week.
Can I get the Levi tree at Power for Eddie Kingston benefited from feuding with Jericho? Tweet up there, just because I wouldn't say I don't think Eddie Kingston is benefiting from this at all. He was already Eddie Kingston. He was already probably the most loved man in one of the most loved characters in AEW for just his microphone and character work. And Pride and Powerful are not benefiting because they should be again in a position with Mox and Daniels to go after the tag team titles, but again they are stuck in Jericho's storyline. Yeah, they have not left Jericho's side. Now they're gonna feud with Jericho some more. It was like, oh, we're gonna team with Jericho. Now we're feuding with Jericho. It's not really building them. It's kind of keeping them in the same level of like not advancing. They should be in the upper echelons of tag teams with FTR, Bucks, and Red Dragon and stuff. But they are always involved in these side quests with Jericho and whatever feud Jericho forms. This whole 2.0 joining this Jericho team, I don't have a problem with that. I would prefer Danny Garcia with Moxidil, but other than that, I don't have a problem with this new group. I don't like the name, but I don't have a problem with it.
I will tackle the 1201 post where that Levi put Sammy needs to turn heel. I don't think Sammy has any type of character. I don't think he could be a good heel. I don't think he could be a face. I think he's literally just a goon that can be a part of a faction. I just don't get Sammy. And I used to be a Sammy fan, and maybe because they kept trying to tell me he was the next Eddie Guerrero, whatever, that it put a sour taste in my mouth. But I'm more intrigued with Scorpio Sky and even the man, what's his name?
All ego, Ethan Page.
All ego, Ethan Page. I think Ethan Page has you literally could have replaced Sammy with Ethan Page, and I would have been more invested in Ethan Page than Sammy Guevara. I don't get it anymore. I really don't.
So Levi says, I agree, Eric. The last one we seen on AEW with Sammy was Pam, the lady he proposed to. She's now replaced with Tay. This is also the arrogance of AEW expecting you to follow all their socials. Because if you follow them on socials, you would know that Sammy is now with Tay. But this is the arrogance of AEW where you're expected to watch all their stuff elsewhere, and it's we don't have time for that.
No,
it's just way too much insider stuff, and it's just for the story.
It's just like a little subplot storyline that took place on Dynamite where FTR followed Tully Blanchard because for whatever reason, and then if you follow FTR on the Twitter space, you'll see that they're out there trying to recruit Bret Hart, and I'm like, I don't know if this helps you, bringing in Bret Hart to
nah, we've decided fuck Bret.
It's I don't care. You guys
I'm never gonna say fuck Bret. He is the founder. He is the reason the show is called what it is in a way.
Because we couldn't be the Heartbreakers, because then I don't know what type of podcast that would have been. But although I was a Sean fan, because Bret screwed Bret.
We should have been the Showstoppers. We should have been the Showstoppers.
Damn, that would have been a good one too, huh? We just couldn't get out of ass though. We couldn't get out of ass. I don't think
we ain't shit.
Let me just say, I need someone to tell Tony, please stop bringing people in. We do not need Bret Hart in AEW. We don't. You just don't need it.
I think they do need to it would be like if you're watching Game of Thrones, and I know Game of Thrones had a shit ton of characters, but it wasn't a new character every week when you go, fuck, they done brought so-and-so in, and you're supposed to know that person's backstory from another show. That's what it feels like when you're watching AEW.
Hey, let me tell you.
Oh, watching Game of Thrones. Oh, they added Aragon from Lord of the Rings.
I felt like last week on Rampage, Eric Redbeard was like that straw that broke the camel's back. It was just y'all just doing too much. Eric Redbeard makes no sense in this whole thing. As Marcus said, he was brought in for the pin. Wes says Ivy Now and Paige Van Zant would be a good female tag team. I know different companies. I mean,
it would. She'd be great in Diamond Mine. I can see her in Diamond Mine.
The thing is, I didn't care about Eric Redbeard. I was more concerned about the extremities that Alex is going to get himself over.
Betty, so I have a question for you, Betty, because I know this is bothering you. Was the lantern that smoked a little bit too much for you?
No. The lantern wasn't. It was before that when he added the hood, and then the makeup was this is too far. This is too far.
He decided to become Darth Maul, but not just Darth Maul, but now he wanted the lantern. He wants a little bit of the Fiend and the higher power. And I'm going what's next? He's gonna have a throne like Mei Ling. He's taking everything from every mystical character and just making it his. And I wish someone would pull him aside. Alex, just stop. Just stop. I don't know why he's going this route.
Let me congratulate AEW on something. I thought they were pretty successful in making Wardlow turn face. I thought that although his speech was a tad bit long, I thought he established what he was going to do. I just hope that he doesn't beat Scorpio Sky. I really don't. I don't want that to happen. I'm assuming MJF plays some type of role to cost him the match next week. But if Scorpio Sky loses next week, that I hope people are outraged. I really do. I doubt they would be, but I think they should be. I mean, Scorpio Sky has scratched so long to get this opportunity. He finally got the opportunity for him to lose it a week later.
They're going to be outraged about the wrong thing. Scorpio Sky is losing, but no, it's the outrage should be that they decided to not have Sammy get his ass whooped. Because whoever's fighting Wardlow, if he's losing that title, it's going to be a quick match, and it's going to be the Symphony of Powerbombs, which him and Keith Lee need to get together and say, who is doing this? Who's the conductor here? Because they're both doing it. Manny.
Wes is going in the corner for a commendation of demerits because that is the dumbest question he has ever asked.
I knew this was about
The dumbest question you've ever asked. Who's the better manager, Alex or Malcolm Bivens? If you even think it's Alex, you need to go away. Go away
Manny,
and set yourself on fire.
Hold on, Manny. So should we change Wes' name? Should we change Wes' name to Jimmy? Because he's fucking up in the classroom.
Fuck out of here, Jimmy.
Wait. Jimmy. Let's pose the questions. Who are the best, excluding Paul Heyman, who are the best managers in the game?
Why do you exclude Paul Heyman? Is it because he's number one?
He's number one.
He's not a manager. He's an advocate and a special counsel. He doesn't count.
Who you got? Who's your number one? You got Bivens, Manny? Yeah, who you got?
I think it's Bivens because I can't think of any other manager.
Well, you got Alex and you got Regal.
No, because Alex is Marcus. Ever since Alex went through his midlife crisis, this is what he started managing. Christian technically could be argued because he got his team some gold, but like
Dan Lambert. Dan Lambert is better than Alex. Dan Lambert is better than Alex.
Yeah, so it's like Dan Lambert and Malcolm probably been doing the best work.
That was
Jimmy.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
But then
Jimmy
I do
from
like
B-more.
I do like that. You can't change his name.
Jimmy B-more.
How many fingers have I hold up, Jimmy, for B-more?
That's it. Your butt, Jimmy. Your butt.
We remember when you stole our merchandise. Hey,
Trick Williams is a better manager than Alex.
Yeah, Trick is up there.
Trick is pretty good.
Trick facial expressions are amazing.
But Trick falls in the category of
hype man
manager / wrestler, like the Joe Gacy's of the world, who they wrestle or MVPs of the world. By the way, MVP is not getting respected this way, even though he should be. He's a terrific manager.
Where's the disrespect is real? You disrespected us first.
He didn't. He came up with a question that he thought was legit, and you decided to.
Eddie, you was just upset about the question.
You went way too far with Chase U.
Marcus, my question for you, Marcus: does Scorpio Sky keep his title for 4 weeks?
A manager. That is a question of questions. I don't know. Huh?
No, he's a lover.
I have him losing this week in St. Patrick's Day.
So
Smash or whatever they do.
I don't. That would, if Tony knows any better, it's more to further upset the black wrestling community. Tony should know better. He can't give this man a 1 week reign. He cannot.
I would think so, but I was thinking in the company, okay, if I'm Tony Khan, I don't want to squash Sammy because he's one of our pillars or whatever. And, this will look bad for him. And so who's a good company man who doesn't say too much, who won't complain, who will go out there and, put respect on their names. And he's the friend of the Young Bucks. You got to go Scorpio Sky.
So, Manny said Tony would be disrespecting the black community. He's correct. But one company that understands the black community, that would be NXT, because they had the battle of thick women for some reason on Lash Legend with Nikita Lyons, where it was just thickness on thickness. And pretty much Lash Legend called Nikita Lyons out for having a fake ass. She said it's real. Manny, we would like to send you as a correspondent to go and check to see if the ass is real, Manny. We're going to book the trip and we're going to send you to go and say, Nikita, we're here for the Sharpshooters podcast to check the realness of your ass.
I'm here on a professional basis, ladies. I'm here on a professional basis. I am not here to do anything. I'm just being a professional. All right? I'm being a professional.
But Manny ain't no doctor. Remember that, though. He ain't no doctor. But
Manny's
how dare you compare me to Jimmy? I'm more of a doctor than you two.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, he is. He does have a degree in biomedics and shit. He does.
The problem with this whole...
I got my thugonomics degree last week.
The battle of thick women is on paper. First of all, Lash Legend should never invited her to the show. You should never invite her to the show. They knew they didn't like each other. And I told Marcus, this was like These are like two women who share the same baby daddy that don't like each other. and we know
he got a type. He got a type, by the way.
And we know that this fight is going to end in one of the worst fights that we have ever seen in our entire life. But I ask you guys this question. Do you guys want to see Lash Legend versus the Keita Lions in a match?
But before, yeah, absolutely. And the quote was, he went to Popeye's Chicken after that segment.
He said he went to Popeye's Chicken after that segment.
Yeah. It's one of the great comments of all time right there. Because I want this match. I want them to team together because I think they work better as a team. But this was perfect.
Shit, that writes itself right there. You damn right. That writes itself. Because you know, Marcus, because you have experience with this, Marcus. You know, Trick will be living in the same apartment complex as the Keita and Lash Legend fighting over his affection.
But you know who else I want involved in this story?
The white man from the barbershop?
I want these two.
Mandy, don't drink that drink, Mandy. Don't drink that drink.
So let me look, Mandy.
Y'all ready to go to this lens?
No, let me tell you, looking at that picture, Malik didn't know there was anything in that drink. He had no idea. Idris knew he put something in that drink, trying to get Mandy to get right. I told Marcus,
good, though.
I told Marcus, by far, that was one of my favorite things that NXT did this week, for the simple reason that it was so subtle that you just had those two guys. You had those two buff guys in the Toxic Attraction Lounge that weren't there last week, and they were just there doing their job, and you got them for one shot. And then you get the payoff when the next shot, where you see Malik Blade and Idris and Nofe right there in the lounge with Mandy by herself. Mandy didn't even realize how much trouble she was in. And you know, I thought they went away from the quest of Malik Blade and Mandy Rose, but it was about 4 weeks went by and we're back to it. And I'm glad we're back on track. I am glad that we are back on track.
I feel like Gigi and JC went to jail that night, though.
Yes, they did.
Some people want their long-term storytelling in AEW. No, I tell you, sir, I want my long-term storytelling with Idris and Mandy Rose.
And also, I appreciate the fact that since Mandy sent her other girls out to do a hit, it led to my new adopted team of Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai advancing to the finals of the Dusty Cup.
What up, Marcus?
However,
hallelujah.
I don't know if they can get past Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray unless Kaylee Ray turns on Io, which is always a strong possibility.
No,
I just don't know.
Happen. The dastardly Gigi Dolan and the follower JC Jane are gonna take out Kaylee Ray or Io, and then make it easier for them to defend those tag titles.
In which they lose those titles. They're gonna lose those titles because Stand and Deliver is WrestleMania. I believe the finals of this tag team is probably gonna end there. I think Wendy Chu and Dakota Kai are gonna beat JC and Gigi for those titles to start the show, and Toxic Attraction will have to fear Malik Blade and Idris and Dope as they go to the main roster.
Levi's right. He put some Hennessy in that drink. You know, that was Hennessy and pineapple.
You know, that's the PG way to do it. I was always thinking they were going to
Wes also said that you appreciate the announcers whispering during Wendy Chu's match. I like those little subtle things because it's called storytelling.
I even like Chorus tiptoeing to tag in Raquel.
Yeah, it's like
stupid. It was so stupid, but they were like, "Oh, I think we got her," but she was playing possum. One of her abilities to play possum. I like that Manny's camera froze right there. I don't know if it froze on anybody else.
It is froze on your end.
He was doing the walk and it froze. It was nice.
And then Levi points out that who knew Tyler Perry started booking 2.0? You're correct. You just don't know what's going on, because I will point out that a match that surprised me, and I am here to eat crow for the simple reason that I said I hated Grayson Waller. Oh, return from the death.
He's alive.
Pop. El Luchador.
I haven't seen that. By the way,
hold on before you carry on. Levi, you better have started growing out your hair.
But no, lost the bet. They all lost, man. No one's enforcing your bets. No,
They made a bet between themselves.
I haven't even paid you. That's how bad we are enforcing bets on this show. Oh, yeah.
Hashtag pay Manny.
Hashtag pay Manny. Hashtag Manny wants to see your face. Hashtag you better grow your hair. By the way, Levi, no one is going to take Wendy Chu serious. That's not a serious gimmick at all. This is not a serious. She may as well be Santino. You don't take those people serious.
But I prefer Sleepy Wendy Chu over when she was Boa's master.
Mei Ling.
We ain't seen Boa since Solo took him out.
Well, they had a fight to the death, Eric. There was no coming back from that. Eric, I'm not coming back if that big motherfucker jumped on me like he did Boa through that table.
But what's his opinions on Orange Cassidy? Because Orange Cassidy is also a good wrestler, but he's wrestling a lazy.
In the title picture. He's in the title picture.
So it's the same gimmick. So if you
Betty, you're right. That's a very fair comparison.
But if you're all for Orange Cassidy, that means you are a hippo and a crate. And we haven't thrown that around in a while.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't come back. Piper has been booked fairly well, although her name is Dewdrop. She actually had a title match.
More people are going to remember the name Dewdrop than Piper Niven at this point.
But Grayson Waller...
She won the Boss Man Award for me this year.
Grayson Waller, as I said, surprised me. I have become a fan. And his match with him and LA Knight was actually a very good last man standing match.
But to Eric, that's not the question. Eric, that's not the question, though. The question is, are you putting respect on Sanga's name now?
Hell no, he got handcuffed to the ring post, man. Like, he was not
What's your name, Sanka?
Not only was he handcuffed to the ring post, he was handcuffed in rape position too. Bad things could have happened to him in that situation.
Do you know what? But I don't understand how he got handcuffed so quickly.
I don't know either.
Some magic trick shit. But I feel like that's everybody's worst nightmare in the middle of a fight, and then all of a sudden someone handcuffs you. Like,
But the fact was that I have never seen someone win a last man standing match because his protector was handcuffed and he stood up and he rose to his feet. I was like, well, shit. But let's just say,
I gotta pay the bills. I gotta pay the bills right now. The following Lumberchat is brought to you by Aquafina, because randomly they were talking about the actor Aquafina and Wendy Chu in our chat.
The fact that LA Knight put on a hell of a match with Grayson Waller, it was a fun match on NXT. NXT still my favorite show, hands down.
Who you calling up? Oh, go ahead.
Who am I calling up?
LA or Waller?
You don't need LA. Yeah. You've got Bobby Roode.
No, Bobby Roode can't talk like LA Knight.
Bobby Roode is the champion. I don't care if Dolph Ziggler's carrying that belt. Bobby Roode, this is close he's gonna get to winning anything ever again in the day.
Yeah.
I think I will call up Grayson Waller because I think he can connect or annoy the crowd more than anybody else. Like he has that social media. I think he can do it.
I put him with the Miz or Barry Corbin.
I kind of wish Waller was involved in that indie Persia thing because I feel like he'd fit in better. Because he Duke does not fit in there.
No.
Why the hell are we talking about water bottles in the chat?
They're bringing up Aquafina, and then I brought up I did the sponsor by Aquafina, the water, and then we're gonna bring up the sign. Don't bring up that sand in here.
So what do you guys prefer? Because I'm a Voss guy.
Evian.
Evian
water, like real people.
I don't like Fiji water. The Dasani isn't any good. Arrowhead's the worst.
Right now, I've been drinking a lot of Liquid Death.
Is that good?
Yeah.
For you?
And then lastly, A-Kid is coming to NXT. And
all why it tastes the same. It don't.
And Chase U is back. Fuck Jimmy. He ain't no doctor because he had that eye. I just want to check off everything on my show format. I hit everything.
Oh, we got everything.
We got everything.
And wow, in an hour and 23 minutes when I thought it looked like we were gonna go.
Let me tell you something.
Fiji water though.
It's a lot better when you're organized and you have do first take with the talking points.
Can I argue and say smart water might be the best water?
I don't like smart water really because it ain't
smart
that
water
smart.
and essential might be pretty good.
I don't think American tap water is that good.
No, it's terrible.
I would
touch
many. Nobody. Everybody knows that tap water is bad. Although I was led to believe as a child that Long Beach had better tap water than everybody else. I strongly disagree.
No, that's just dog shit.
And congratulations on getting your Xbox S, Wes. You're gonna be like me. You're gonna run out of space. Be like, damn, I should have got the X. We should have been like Manny and got the X. But the question is, did you get that WWE 2K22, Wes?
Manny, you still playing it? As Eric wait for a delayed question to be answered in the chat that takes an hour. We're all like a 20-minute delay. Somebody's gonna be sitting here.
I'm about, I want to say, nearly finished with the men's side of My Rise.
Have you played the Big Ross Man?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so my plan is to
oh shit, you have it?
No, I was going to. I just didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Because mine's is downloaded. Mine's is downloaded.
So eventually I will download it and you know what? Maybe you do anything today? Maybe I'll drive to your house, play it, and then give my review of this game. Sometime next week.
I would have to call you back because I have to see what's gonna happen. Because I may or may not be
drug deal.
Levi, I know you're trying to say that not all tap water tastes the same. We ain't getting no water from Lake Tahoe.
Maybe up north you're getting that Lake Tahoe water. We getting water for the back of the ass. It's like it's like when you boil the water, it's still leaving residue in your pot. You like, damn. That's why I pay for
You're like, is this weed infused? What is that shit? I didn't plan on that.
We got all the juices and berries. Our
water is one step above Mexico. That's where we're at right now.
Bro, you ain't never had Mexico water though. So
because you're not allowed. No one has, because if you drink Mexico water, you die.
No, you don't. If your stomach's not used to it.
No, you don't drink Mexico water. That is a fact.
Wes,
I only drink water out the bottle.
I bought the Cross Gin edition, which means I don't even get the season pass.
I got the racist edition with the NWO. And then I got to beat up Hulk Hogan in My Rise.
Manny, have they sent you your commemorative? Have they sent you your commemorative Confederate flag to go with that NWO?
I will say that I laughed at the guy who drafted his roster. He drafted all the black superstars to be his promotion.
Although someone apparently, I believe his name is Mr. Beast, downloaded all the AEW arenas you can download for those who want to wrestle.
Damn, they already got those out now? Man,
yeah,
Mr. Beast.
People be quick.
Something like that. I saw it online. I have no idea who the fuck it is. And I may be wrong on the name. I don't know. Okay? I don't know.
I swear that the community that makes all the mods and the different creative wrestlers and stuff like that, they the real
MVPs.
They the real MVPs.
They out there hustling like,
because even on that janky wrestling Switch game that you play, they have so many people you can download. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that was a fun game though.
I may download tonight, but then I gotta update my Xbox. You know, that takes 6 years. And
damn, man.
You know how life is. You know how life is in the video game world. Oh, hey, take a look at this clip, and you determine to me if this is racist or not.
Full House, okay?
This isn't Full House, Eric, because the Olsen twins are not on the camera at the same time in Full House. This is one of their movies. Yeah, it's a little glitchy on our end. I don't know if you see it smooth. It's just picturing. This is that adorable racism right here.
Hey, did you just drop a chicken bone in my cake?
There's more?
They couldn't even get a man chicken. They gave him a chicken bone.
Damn. That's some institutional racism right there. Putting putting it to the young minds. That's all you gotta do.
Hey, but we do not know if that was fried chicken. So, because like regular chicken could be okay. Man, we don't have listener feedback.
I don't know where we're going with the show, Eric. You don't tell us all the time.
This is the first time I gave you a short back. If we would have had listener feedback, it would have been at the bottom of the list.
Levi, I'm not going down the trend of watching Olsen Twin videos about them giving pizza. Oh,
I think that's pretty much the show, man. Mark,
Yeah.
I don't recommend you driving over here because gas costs too much, man.
man, I'm Mr. Yeah, you're right. You do got a point. But I got nothing better to do on this Saturday. Ain't nothing happening.
Yeah, but I actually think I might be doing something. So yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well, I'll let you know.
No. It's fine.
Because I was gonna say if you wanted to, you could bring your Xbox and then you could use my internet to update over here quicker.
Fuck, what makes you think your internet's faster than mine? Your janky ass internet.
Because I got a wire.
I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna do all that. I don't pack it. I feel like it's more inconvenient. I'm gonna lose $60 in gas money. Bring my Xbox over to download something. Bring it back to my house so I can hook it back up and pay all that gas. Like, nah, that's a hassle.
Damn. Levi balling out of control. He on the Tesla. Damn.
$6 is about what I'm paying right now. In the ghetto. Half gasoline, half mud rocks.
Have you guys seen the Batman? That's what he wants to know.
I have seen the Batmans, and I enjoyed the movie. And it's one of those movies that I probably should watch again, but I'll wait till
I
it comes on
will
HBO Max
never
for like a
watch
week.
again because I don't ever feel like I'm gonna have time to just watch something for 3 hours like that.
You watch Raw every week, Betty. You watch Raw every week.
That's 2 hours, and sometimes that is watched at times 2 speed. So that's an hour.
Can I get it? You know what? I'm gonna give myself a round of applause because this is 2 weeks in a row I've watched Raw. I'm proud of myself.
A good job.
It's time. Hold on. It's time for Eric's Raw quiz. All right, this week, Eric, who did Finn Balor wrestle and defend his United States title against?
Damn, the one match I fast forward through and they pay much attention to. Because I know it wasn't Damian Priest. Damn. Mark, you know how to pick the questions, man.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing when I pick the questions. I can't even tell you the answer to that one.
I know the question. I know the answer to that.
Who was it?
The guy that is facing Pat McAfee, Austin Theory.
Oh yeah, it was Austin.
Austin.
So both of you can shoes,
and thank you.
Thank you. And that's all I got to say about that.
That was the only quiz question you got. It's only one.
I can't remember, bro. I can't remember anything important to me. I think Bianca said some shit.
How about what color was Miz's suit?
Oh, it's bright red. You'll never forget that. Oh no, I thought the Miz did excellent heel work this week.
What number?
Support heel and they bang on the drop of the. By the way,
you can't ask questions you know the answer to.
Yeah. By the way,
open book test, man.
Scorpio Sky needs to be called out on this one. I'm calling him out. You can't do it. You can't do it. He's been doing it for a few weeks, but he can't do this and turn off the camera. That's the Velveteen Dream gimmick. You can't do it.
Maybe Patrick's coming to AEW, Mark, because everybody else is coming to AEW.
They don't want that smoke. Nobody wants that Patrick heat.
Hey, he was clear of all his charges, was like Deshaun Watson.
Theory was found to be cleared of his 14-year-old endeavor. Just
and
like
El
the Velveteen Dream.
El Luchador. He's white.
Batman Obscura. You imagine if Alex was Alfred?
Eric, that wasn't the reason Velveteen Dream failed. It's because the universe turned against him, and he couldn't get past that.
Austin Theory also had same allegations, and the universe tried to turn against him, but it's a lot easier.
No, the universe didn't try. The universe didn't try to get him cancelled. The universe cancelled Velveteen Dream.
Damn, kill Marcus Dream.
He was the one, man. He was the
They
one.
actually killed his career. He can't do anything now.
Yeah. Probably getting a job, can't afford gas or anything.
Fucking internet wrestling community. Go fuck yourselves.
He probably bought him a Tesla before it was too late.
But then again, if he was guilty, he deserves all.
He deserved it.
But if he's guilty,
but he wasn't guilty.
Clearly wasn't. He wasn't guilty.
There's no evidence. Yeah, But by the way, if Alex was Robin, do you think he would go? I mean, if not Robin,
Alex was Robin.
Yeah, if he was Alfred, he would have went too far and probably would have been dressed up like Alfred. What are you doing? You're Alfred. That's like what Alex is like right now when Penta's going through his transformation. Like, wait,
and
what
if
are you doing, Alfred?
And if you Queen Zelina, you got to find you a new partner because you can't be having your partner getting caught up with her fiance. You just can't.
Oh, I would have killed her. Now we got to fight the triple threat. This bitch got me tripping. Although I was happy that the Team Bad held serve and not let Natty and Shayna into that match. So I want to go to Natty personally and say, Natty, you are not making WrestleMania. And I want to
point out,
shout out to any hypocrite out there that didn't enjoy the Omos and Commander Z standoff. You know you liked it. Just embrace it.
I did not like it.
Two big guys staring at each other. Everybody like it. Everybody loves it.
But I do appreciate Natty trying to do the silent approach of what Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens was trying to do. I'm just trying to make it to WrestleMania. Come on, Shayna. We don't like each other. You could be one of my umpteenth tag team partners.
And El Luchador or not El Luchador, Levi, to answer this question, a black man could never work for the simple question, where he get the money from? Where did this generational wealth come from?
Also,
I have no idea. And
Marcus,
the government would have stepped in and arrested him.
Man, they've been coming in boots with such a fine-tooth comb that they know exactly how.
Bruce Wayne had the ability to punch cops in a police station and walked out of there. They would have been shot. He would have been shot several times.
Technically, Bruce Wayne should be in prison federal for embezzlement because he been fixing them books to buy all him and his Morgan Freeman guy. I can't think of his name.
But Batman's power is white privilege, so I don't. Yeah, that wouldn't apply to a black Batman.
I couldn't imagine a black Batman just chilling, going like, "Yeah, I got all this money. Yeah, I decided my parents got shot. That's life for a black person. My parents got shot. That's life. I walk down the street and I can talk to several people that want to be Batman. Yeah, black orphan going through the system and shit. Yeah, we have no wealth."
Oh wow, Amari Cooper was traded to the Browns.
Well, he was traded because him and Dak Prescott had a fight after not the Super Bowl, after the game, right?
Well, but Prescott is not the guy. I don't know why they've paid him so much.
Yeah, Dak might not be but Manny, Dak might not be the guy, but Amari's not the guy either because this is the second team that just gave up on him for no good reason because the Raiders did the same thing.
Let me tell you about
he ain't got that dog in him.
To quote Amari Cooper, what started his fight with Dak Prescott and why this trade is happening, Dak Prescott ain't nothing but a black Kirk Cousins.
He said that?
Yeah, that's what he said to him, made him want to fight. And I wouldn't want to fight. If I'm Dak, I got to fight you.
If I'm Dak Prescott, I got to do that. I got to fight him. Although it might be the truth.
See, Black Superman makes sense. Because, he grew up on the farm there. But Black Batman, the way it is,
Marcus,
the way it's set up.
That's what I want to see. Trick Williams is Bruce Wayne. Helping nobody. Trick Williams will help nobody by himself.
Marcus, Black Superman would not work for the simple reason they would hate him because he's black and they would hate him because he's alien. Somebody would assassinate Black Superman. You can't have a black man with that much power.
Well, in Man of Steel, they hated Superman anyway.
Yeah, but it would be more hate because he's black.
Yeah, he was a sad. Come on, Luthor, build that kryptonite gun.
Where the hell have you been?
Trick Williams as Black Bruce Wayne would be amazing, though. Just him walking around going to parties and shit.
And then Melo would be Alfred.
You're waiting for the Batman to show up, but he never actually does it.
They put the sign up and Trick like, not today, buddy.
Can I actually say
he looks still loving some girls? I can't today. I'm a little wrapped up into something.
Trick Williams not being in AEW to me disappoints me because if they told me Trick Williams was a person that supplied Tony with his cocaine, I would believe every second of it. Like if that became like his personal handler, Mr. Khan, I have this for you. Here you go.
If there was a wrestler in AEW that supplied Tony with his drugs, by the way, shout out to Jeff Hardy and Sting being in the same ring again. If there was somebody to supply drugs to Tony Khan, what wrestler would it be? Who do you think?
Mark Quinn.
Private Party. Eric, who you got?
What's the question again?
Tony Khan's drug supplier is a wrestler in AEW. Who you got? Manny picked Mark Quinn because he's a racist.
I would go with Keith Lee.
Keith Lee!
Be the slowest transaction ever.
No, you can't suit Levi's narrative. We don't know where his sources came from for that.
See, even El Luchador know the Klan would have made some kryptonite bullets. The Klan is powerful.
Oh, hell no. The Klan. Who's
Black and
Lex Luthor? Nah, it's not Lex Luthor, man. It's the Klan
and let's be real. Let's be real. No glasses go stop you from knowing that who he was. Like,
you know how many people don't get shot because they gonna say he's Superman?
Yeah.
I thought he was Superman. I'm confused on his identity.
Let's admit, Black Superman. Let's be real. Black Superman will probably be a villain because he would be so upset. You ain't gonna treat me like this. I'm just trying to be a modern day reporter, and y'all keep fucking with me. He will be treated how the mutants were treated in the X-Men. Blame for everything.
Damn. That's why Black Spider-Man has it easy with his fully covered outfit, so no one knows he's black. Because he would have been shot on sight. Peter Parker thought he had problems.
That's why Meteor Man never took off.
Ready?
Meteor Man!
Ready? You've seen Meteor Man?
Yes!
Wow. I didn't realize that movie made it over there. I thought that was just like a local movie.
An American local treasure. What?
Out the hood. It was a double feature, Meteor Man followed by Blank Man.
Hey, man.
Which we need to get that universe connected.
Hey, nah, man. Fuck a Blank Man. Meteor Man was the shit. When he had the coffee can throwing shit like Bill Cosby before he became the raper. He was a bad man with that coffee can.
Jimmy said, shout out to Meteor Man being filmed in B-More.
Shout out to that.
Some of the worst villains ever because they had blonde flat tops.
Who knew the biggest villain in that movie would be Bill Cosby?
Well, now.
You proud of that joke?
I am. Because I dig deep. Because I was like, everybody knows me. James L. Jones, Bill Cosby, Robert Townsend, and Sidney.
Damn, look at El Luchador. Brought up the Baby Lords, man.
The Baby Lords, man. Those, you know, he ain't shit for having Baby Lords, though, man. Those are...
Tony Khan suppliers, you gotta start them off here. You know, gentlemen, I think it's time we need to wrap this show up because
hold on. Let me give my lesson I learned from Meteor Man. One, when you give a black person just a little bit of power, he think he can take over the world. That man has some temporary ass power. And talk about I need to talk to all the world leaders. Like I need you to chill. Meteor Man powers are not that great.
And so Marcus, and that's why you tell me why Black Superman would be a hero and wouldn't be dead.
Oh, it would cause more deaths.
Marcus, because you know the sad part about it? Let's be real.
They would have nipped the city trying to kill Black Superman.
Let's
treat him like a roach because he'll keep surviving.
Let's be real, Marcus. Although we would blame the Klan for trying to kill Black Superman, it'll be a black person because that nigga ain't gonna shine better than me. Like, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be his best friend.
You got Stephen A. Smith on TV just yelling out, Black Superman is out of control. He out of control.
Hey, Mark, that's a pretty good Stephen A. Smith right there.
Just all you gotta do is yell.
No, but do the serious Stephen A. Serious Stephen A. is the funny one.
As a black man in America, I just want to let everybody know. I don't know how to do this. I don't feel like saying big words. Or
no, because he always throws I show a lot of respect to this man, but he has out of his goddamn mind.
Kyrie Irving is need to do this and he's doing that.
For Shannon Sharp right now.
I don't know. Is he gone?
Yeah, he got hip surgery. I knew that much.
I'm not waking up to watch their shows.
Okay.
I watch them on Clipsby and YouTube. or Instagram. I really
Freddie Freeman still ain't signed with us yet, Marcus. I don't understand what's taking so long.
It'll be soon. By the way, also, I know this is way back into wrestling where we're not at anymore.
Stay tuned for the next podcast. B.O.B. Blacks on Baseball is coming, y'all.
I think legit Layla Hirsch or Serena Deeb should join up with Bryan Danielson and William Regal. Just saying.
Serena Deeb.
Yeah. I'm saying one of them. One or the other. What
did you guys think about Sheeta calling out Serena Deeb this week? Like,
that happened?
Yeah.
That's a video package. Oh.
Keep rolling it back because I keep enjoying it.
Hey, y'all run that back. No, play it. This is the feud that if it was a song on your iPad, you hit that repeat button and it just keeps repeat on the loop. I don't know who uses that button. I just know I actually hit it sometimes when I mean to go
Manny,
and I go, oh, what the fuck?
You are a man of consistency, Manny. I can see you possibly using the repeat button. Is that true?
I've never used a repeat button.
Okay.
Play that, run that shit back. But that repeat button ain't nothing but for old people who used to get the singles back in the day. Like in our car, and they just play the same song over and over. That's all that is. That's what the repeat button is for.
That
for
was such a
single.
That was such a long.
That would be if Black Superman sold out.
Wait a minute. So I just got an email alert. That El Luchador has subscribed to us on YouTube. Was he not subscribed to us to begin with? Did he unsubscribe from us?
Did you unsubscribe?
Damn, he had to. I knew it.
Damn.
He did. He unsubscribed because we are now at 187.
Man.
Or he never did subscribe.
No, he did. This is disrespect.
Man, I'm hurt. Maybe he got locked up though. Maybe he was locked up.
Well, who gets locked up and just unsubscribes from the first thing? Let me unsubscribe.
Because he had to watch.
Officer, hold on. Officer, let me clear my browser history and
he had to watch his. He had to watch his stuff, man. He had to watch his stuff. Wow.
This is almost as disrespectful as Wes asking who's a better manager, Alex or.
But Manny, it makes sense that these two were feuding with each other at one point. One steals merchandise from us, and the other unsubscribed from us. Man, I'm hurt.
I'm not sure what happened.
We had it coming.
That's what girls always say. You hurt my feelings.
He was listening to Mike. He went to Mike's podcast. I know it.
Hey, is that still a thing? I know Manny go and he go and look.
I occasionally look.
There's a penny twinkle in Manny eye. There's a penny twinkle in Manny eye that has to look for whatever reason.
No, because I get angry when they have more views than today's show. Watch the Saturday show. I don't care what you people do. Spam it to whoever. This show needs views.
Manny, first of all, our show's an hour and 47 minutes. That many people clicking that. That's scary. Second, I don't know what Mike be talking about half the time. I can't remember his name.
Mike. His name Mike.
Anyway. That sounds like Manny right now.
That is Manny. Just acknowledge him.
It is me. It's me. You don't acknowledge my work, Eric. You don't watch the
tribal chief. Do we have an image of the tribal chief Manny on standby on cue? Hit it right now. Dang.
I think we have it.
I don't even know where Manny keep his image depository at.
Anyway, let's wrap this shit up. I feel like Shock Pikachu should come up now, which is my favorite way. Although I prefer the blurry Shock Pikachu.
We have lost our damn minds at this point.
Yeah. Come on, Charlotte.
I ain't seen him in a minute. Did he get fired?
For no reason. For one random reason. I just want him to be her thumbnail.
No one would understand why.
Don't care. Don't care.
I hate this one. Look like I'm about to eat that microphone. Like he laughing at me. Looking like I'm about to eat that microphone like a hot dog.
It's my favorite image because everyone else in the image looks like they're encouraging whatever you're doing.
Yeah. It looks like eat that microphone. And then Brian Davis, he's really gonna eat this fucking microphone, huh? I can't wait to see it. It is really good. I don't know. It's really entertaining.
Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I am Eric.
I'm Thirst Daddy Lord Manny.
Wait, Thirst Daddy. What happened? You stopped.
In order to make fun of in order to make fun of Marcus this week and call him the notorious POG, which I had a graphic up, I decided it would only be fair because I know he doesn't like it to also make fun of myself because when someone in the chat called me Daddy, I didn't appreciate it.
Damn, you start taking care of them thirsty people.
They never called you Daddy, Manny.
They
never called you Daddy. They asked if they could, which means they do not call you Daddy.
They done butchered his name.
By the way, shout out to Eric OnlyFans, where you can see the full video of him with that microphone.
Look at that old move. Look at that old move. Look at that old move. Look at that.
Please don't entice your OnlyFans audience. Well, we have exclusive barefoot Charlotte pics as well. It's all over the place. OnlyFans, it's all over the place. You know what? Maybe we do create our own OnlyFans and see how much traction we get. No. I mean, hear me out. No. I'm talking about not with us, but I'm just saying we do Barefoot Charlotte's OnlyFans page where we only post Barefoot Charlotte.
No,
and see how many subscribers we get.
Marcus, because the sad part, you'll be disappointed when you get more subscribers than your own show.
I know, it's gonna be sad, disheartening,
and disgusting at the same time. Think of the messages you're gonna receive.
Yeah, because I mean, you have to go.
Think of the money I make randomly.
You have to go and crop those pictures, and you have to lick your toes. Nah, man, not for me.
I need gas money. Goddamn it, I need gas money.
Damn.
The quote of wise man to cut my lights off blue. I need to get this money from OnlyFans. Barefoot Charlotte page coming soon.
Just like Back to the Future, huh?
It's going to come out as soon as I get a schedule.
That's what he's been saying.
He keeps
anyway.
The thing is, he's working on 2 shows that may never come out.
What? Oh, he has another show? Oh, have you ever asked the other person you was trying to get your show?
Yeah.
What happened?
Agreed. Yeah. He's down. Just,
so what are you guys going to do?
It's all about my schedule. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm at. So as soon as I figure out what my goddamn schedule is.
What's funny though, Manny, that I'm looking at it right now? Shave Marcus looked like a pudgier version of Jamal without the New York accent.
Oh.
You need to stop complaining black people. And that's why Black Superman won't work, man. Because Lex Luthor gonna be
Betty, you know it right. Betty, look, if you go look, he do. Look at that sky.
Let's just end the show. Let's just end the show for her.
I think that's the most offensive thing you've ever said to him on air.
No, I called him a pog last week. I keep this going.
Do you know what? I can't remember what it was, but when I called him Notorious POG and we said that the thing he's probably going to get remembered for the most, I called myself Manny McMahon. Or Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon. Damn it.
I'm just Eric.
The hater. Keith Lee. Beef Lee.
I'm not Keith Lee, man.
The tribal beef. Tony called straw.
Eric, that's for mine and Marcus' separate channel. White Powders with Men.
Oh man, I would love for somebody to be so lazy that they don't even put their nose down and do their line. They have to get a suction. Let me suck this up and there it go.
No, Eric, because cocaine makes you apparently extremely active.
Yeah.
Because you will not only want to snort the cocaine with a straw or random money, you also will want to book Ring of Honor at the same time.
In my rehab, like they made very strong recommendations that if I do not do any type of cocaine, just never. Don't think about it. Just stay away from it.
The fact that they've had to say that means someone has asked that question.
Because
Mr. Dr. Man, but can I do a little bit of cocaine?
Because of as Marcus said, it hypes you up. It speeds up your heart so much. If you have a heart condition, it might explode. So you stay away from the cocaine, kids.
Unless it's on a knife. You can taste it. No, I'm joking.
Unless you are an undercover officer and you just made a bust and you need to make sure it's pure and you rub it on your teeth. Just rub it. If it tingle your gums, you got 100%. You got that pure China white.
No, we're doing it off knives.
Yeah, we only do the knives. We don't do the pinky.
Nah, pinky, man. On the teeth. No, it's the pink. Yeah, that's good. That's good coke.
This is the adult version of the Switchblades OnlyFans with what we.
I mean, like,
yeah. So, like, by the way, how many cops will walk in there and be like, "I want to be the one to taste the cocaine. Get back, get back."
No, like, and the thing is,
I want to know. I don't think you tasted it right.
What if that person is drug tested afterwards? Like, does he fail his drug test? Does he have to go to rehabilitation? I was just doing a bust and I did that.
Yeah, it was a simple drug bust.
And what
to make sure it's cocaine.
And what if he got bad aim where instead of putting on his teeth, it went up to his nose where he breathed? Like, or you could do like in this
it goes in your system either way, Eric.
Or you could be like when this is the end and Michael Cera was going around doing cocaine tornadoes.
That's not the thing I talk about Michael Cera from This Is the End. Michael Cera getting I'm not going to that.
You know, man, I'm gonna ask you off the air because I need to know. So in the show.
I don't wanna know.
And let me end the audio. Thank you guys.
Manny didn't end the show.
I didn't end
the show.
we're
still low. So I'm not in the audio yet.
Oh, I was gonna leave this as a YouTube bonus, but
it's already 2 hours.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
What more do they need? What more do you need? I'm giving you everything I.
Let me through. Let me through.
Ah!
Let me through. That's my son.
No, it's my boy.
My boy.
Manny, you stop spoiling the ending of the Batman. This is the ending of the Batman right here.
Eric, unmute your microphone.
Well, it mutes us whenever you play the video, Manny.
Yeah, but Eric was talking, but you have to unmute yourself.
I'm not muted. Your system, when you play the video, it mutes us.
Yeah,
no, you were talking.
Me and Marcus unmuted ourselves.
Oh.
That's my boy.
My boy.
Oh, I was just
the Dark Lord is back.
I was narrating for the audio. Anyway, gentlemen, we need to end this show. Drop the bomb for real.